Michael,
What?
it's time to go dirt bike riding.
I feel pretty lucky. Over the last year, all three of my boys have got into adventure bike riding. The toughest part of riding with your boys is getting them out of bed. And of course, you don't get a whole lot of stimulating conversation on the car ride up. But overall, I feel extremely lucky to be able to share a passion with my boys. We hadn't ridden for about a year, so I took them up to Newnes Plateau and we did a trail I've never done before, which was Bird's Rock Trail. Now, Chris Birch and Adam Ryman have got nothing to fear from my boys. They're both very much beginners on bikes, but I don't care. It's just so good to be out and riding and sharing the passion with them. To take the boys out so that they can experience some of the amazing cliffs and sights like the cliffs up at Newnes Plateau, for me, that's just wonderful to be able to share that aspect of adventure bike riding with them. There's one thing that my youngest son Michael has mastered, and that's the art of bench racing. All in all, we had an amazing day's ride. It was just a great experience. The boys were shattered at the end of it, but they sure woke up at Hillbilly Cider for a pizza and a drink. 1 week later, my eldest son Ben arrived from London, and he felt a bit miffed that he missed out on the ride. So the first thing he wanted to do was go for a ride as well. Now, unlike his brothers, who slept all the way up in the car, Ben was trash talking all the way, telling me how he's going to kick my butt, blah, blah, blah. Well, it didn't take long before he found the limit of his skills. Needless to say, there was no more trash talking. We arrived at the same lookout that I took his brothers to, but Ben wanted to go and do another lookout. So we decided to explore a track that I'd never been up, which is called Fire Trail number 8. Unfortunately, as we approached the border of the national park, I saw what looked like pretty new signs and barricades. This must be all part of the conservation area. So we couldn't get to the lookout, so we decided to turn around and go up to Walgan Gap, which sits outside the national park, but is still a spectacular lookout. I know sometimes I sound like a broken record, but we really are just so incredibly lucky to have this kind of scenery on our doorstep in Sydney. After about 4 hours of riding, we got back to the car. Ben was shattered, but it was a wonderful day. So we packed our gear up, headed to Hillbilly Cider for a well-earned pizza and cider.